Dear students, let's continue the chapter Basic Principle of Organic Chemistry. In today's lecture, we are going to solve some more questions from this chapter, which is chapter number 14, and the name of the chapter is Basic Principles of Organic Chemistry. In today's lecture, the first question is distinguish between homolysis and heterolysis. Always remember, student, homolysis reaction is the reaction which is occur during the homolytic cleavage or homolytic fission, and heterolysis is the reaction which is taking place in the heterolytic cleavage or heterolytic fission. Now see here, the distinguish means how to write distinguish, as you all aware about the distinguish. In distinguish we have to write in a two column, in one column homolysis and in the another column heterolysis. As I have already explained you, homolysis means homolytic cleavage occur or homolytic fission occur. And always remember, homolytic fission always take place or homolytic cleavage always take place whenever there is a little difference or no difference in the electronegativity. Means two atoms having the same electronegativity, so the reaction occur is known as homolytic cleavage. In homolytic cleavage, there is a breaking of covalent bond take place and two atoms are separate from each other with the one electron or with the unpaired of electron. Means because of same electronegativity, both the atom having one electron. As you know that this bond, one covalent bond means this bond containing two electron. So one electron is occupied by chlorine and another is by another chlorine. So same element or two atoms having nearly the same electronegativity breaking in this manner in presence of ultraviolet light, and homolysis is taking place. Since there is a unpaired electron with the two atoms, means one atom containing one unpaired electron, another atom containing another unpaired electron, and this unpaired electron is also known as free radical. This reaction is always carried out in a non-polar solvent, and it is always carried out at high temperature or in presence of ultraviolet light or in peroxide. Similarly, opposite in the heterolysis cleavage. In heterolysis cleavage, there is a breaking of bond taking place whenever the reaction carried out between the more electronegative atom and less electronegative atom. Means whenever there are two atoms, one is more electronegative and another is less electronegative, so it is known as heterolysis. So the shared pair of electron is attracted by or taken by the atom which is having the more electronegativity. See here in this compound tertiary butyl bromide, this tertiary butyl group is less electronegative than bromide group. So bromide group occupy both the electron and carry negative charge, and this carbon is less electronegative, and see here this bond means two electron and this bond is between carbon and bromine. Carbon is less electronegative, bromine is more electronegative. So carbon give it both the electron to bromine. That's why this carbon carry positive charge and bromine carry negative charge. So in this manner heterolysis taking place, and carbocation means the atom which carry positive charge is known as carbocation and the atom which carry negative charge is known as carbanion. So here in heterolysis fission, carbocation and carbanion is formed, and in homolysis there is a free radicals are formed. Similarly, this reaction taking place in the polar solvent, and heterolysis take place always in the polar condition. Why? Because there is a positive and negative, means ions are formed in the heterolysis fission. Now the next question in today's lecture is electrophile. Distinguish between electrophile and nucleophile. As we know that what is electrophile and what is nucleophile. as we know that electrophile are the electron deficient species, means they containing less electron, even though they containing less electron, so that they can attract the negative charge, because they have no negative charge, they are positively charged, and they are electron deficient, means poor condition in the electron. So that's why they attack on the negative charge, means the charge which containing electron always in a negative charge. So they attack on the nucleophilic center. Why? Because nucleophilic center containing electron, and electrophiles are electron deficient compound. So the compound which are electron deficient, they attack on the substance which containing more electron. That's why electrophile attack on the nucleophilic center, and they accept electron pair, and the species which accept electron pair is known as Lewis acid. It can be positively charged ion or a neutral species having a vacant orbital. That's why they contain electron, and the electron fill the orbital. So electrophiles can be positively charged or can be neutral. That's why they attack on the nucleophilic center, means electron rich center, and they attract electron pair towards itself, and they are having vacant orbital, and they fill the orbital by the electron. Examples, many examples are there. You can learn it and you can write any one or two example from this. Similarly, opposite from the electrophile, nucleophile are the electron rich species, means they contain more number of electron, so that they attract positive charge, means they attack electrophilic center, means the substrate which contain more positively charged, and the substance which attack the positively charged, or the substance which donate their electron and attract positive charge, they known as Lewis base. Lewis acid means they accept electron pair, Lewis base means they donate electron pair. Because they are the electron rich species, that's why they can be negatively charged or neutral, and they contain at least one electron pair. As you know, what is the electron pair? Electron pair are the electrons which do not taking part in the bonding. So this is the second question in today's lecture. Now the next question is, explain the difference between permanent electronic effect and temporary electronic effect. So student, always remember, permanent electronic effect always occur in the ground state. That's why it is permanent effect, and there are two examples of permanent electronic effect. One is inductive effect and another is the resonance effect. So always remember, the electronic effect which is occur in a substrate in the ground state is known as the permanent electronic effect, and permanent electronic effect having two examples. One is inductive effect and another is resonance effect. Now the next is the temporary electronic effect. Temporary electronic effect means the substrate occur in a substrate due to approach of attacking reagent is a temporary effect, means the reagent, any other reagent attack on the substrate. So this effect is known as temporary effect. And the example of temporary electronic effect is electromagnetic effect, which is also known as polarizability effect. So in this manner, there are two types of electronic effect. One is the permanent electronic effect and another is the temporary electronic effect. Now the next is an electronic displacement in a covalent bond is represented by following notation. As you have seen this reaction, identify the effect. So from this reaction, it is clearly shown that it is minus I effect, means negative inductive effect. it is inductive effect, and it is minus inductive effect. Why? Because electronegative, more electronegative element is attached with the alkyl group, so it attract all the electron pair from its side, and this alkyl group give electron to the chlorine, as arrow show that electron attracted by the chlorine. So it is the minus I effect. And always remember, minus I effect means inductive effect is a permanently electronic effect. Why? Because it is depend on electronegativity. As you have seen in this example also, chlorine is more electronegative and carbon is less electronegative. So chlorine permanently attract the electron from itself, electron share pair of electron from itself, its side. So it is a permanent electronic effect. And this reaction shows that it is the minus I effect. As you know that there are two type of inductive effect. One is positive inductive effect and another is negative inductive effect. Now the next question is, consider the following molecule and answer the question. Now see, there are the three molecules are there, and we have to answer question number 1. What type of inductive effect is expected to operate in this molecule? As you have seen in these three molecule, halogen group are attached. See here iodine, see here bromine, see here chlorine, and all the halogens are more electronegative. Always they are more electronegative than carbon. It means that all the electrons are attracted to the halogen side. Means in this example, electron are attracted to the chlorine. In this side, bromine attracted all the electron from its side. In this, iodine attracted all the electron from this side. So it means that halogen attracted electron from the carbon atom. It means that here minus I effect means electron withdrawing inductive effect occur. Now the second question is, identify the molecule from these three having the strongest and weakest inductive effect. So as we have known that halogen, all the minus I effect always shown in the halogen, and minus I effect is occur because of electronegativity difference. So first we have to study the decreasing order of electronegativity of halogen. So see here, there is a decreasing order of electronegativity, means chlorine is more electronegative than bromine than iodine. So more and more inductive effect occur in the chlorine, occur in the molecule which containing chlorine, and less inductive effect occur in the molecule which contain iodine. It means that molecule number 1 is having strongest minus I effect, and molecule number 3 having less minus I effect. So always remember, student, whenever halogen is attached with the alkyl group, so there is a permanent electronic effect, and this permanent electronic effect is known as minus I effect. And if you have to distinguish that in these halogens, in these three halogens which containing more minus I effect and which containing less minus I effect, so always remember, whenever chlorine is attached with the alkyl group, so it show more and more minus I effect, and if iodine is attached with the alkyl group, it show less and less minus I effect, but both are showing minus I effect. Now the next is, which of these two aspects is stronger? See here, student, both containing halogen, as I have already explained you that chlorine is more electronegative, that's why they are containing more minus I effect, and in these two molecules both containing chlorine, but this molecule CH3CHCl2, two chlorines are there, and here one chlorine is there. So the compound, the molecule which containing two chlorine, they show a strong minus I effect, and which containing one chlorine, they show less minus I effect. Now the next question is, define resonance. As you have known that what is resonance. So what is resonance? Actually, resonance is occur because of polarity. Only because of polarity resonance is occur. So and why polarity is produced? It is produced because of the molecule, because it is produced in the molecule by interaction between conjugated pi bond and p orbital on attached atom. Always remember, student, resonance effect means production of polarity, and production of polarity means there is a polarity produced by in the molecule. Why the molecule in the molecule, why polarity is produced? So it is produced because of the interaction between conjugated bond, or you can say that interaction between the pi bond and p orbital on attached atom. So it is known as resonance effect. It is known as resonance effect. Always remember, student, resonance effect is because of polarity only, because of polarity only, and it is produced in the molecule only by interaction between conjugated bond, or you can say that between pi bond and p orbital of the attached atom. And always remember, resonance effect is also known as mesomeric effect. Now short notes are there. First is the positive R effect, plus R effect, and another is the minus R effect. Positive R effect means electron donating release or electron releasing resonance effect. As you have seen that positive resonance effect means electron donating or electron releasing resonance effect. It is very simple. If the substituent group has a lone pair of electron to donate to the attached pi bond or conjugated system of the pi bond, it is called as plus R effect. Means if the substituent group having the lone pair of electron and this lone pair of electron donated to the attached pi bond or conjugated system means one single bond, one double bond, one single bond, one double bond. So if the substituent group having lone pair of electron and it donates its lone pair of electron to the pi bond or conjugate system, so it is known as plus R effect. Always remember, plus R effect increase electron density. Why? Because there is a donation of electron, and the electron density is increased at a certain position in a molecule. There are many examples. You can learn it and study, and you can write any two of the example in the exam only. Always remember, student, as I have explained you, plus R effect increasing the electron density. So for example, in aniline, at ortho and para position electron density increases. Next is the minus R effect. Here opposite to the plus R effect. Here substituent group has a tendency to withdraw electron from the conjugated system or from the pi bond. Always remember, student, conjugated system or pi bond or p bond means if there is a double bond, so it means that there is a p orbital or p pi bond are there. So whenever substituent group has a tendency to withdrawing electron from the attached pi bond, see here in plus R effect, substituent group already having a lone pair and it donate. Here there is no lone pair and it withdraw the electron. That's why it show minus R effect, and minus R effect result in developing a positive polarity at certain position in a molecule. Why positive polarity? Because whenever electron withdraw from the attached pi bond, so there is only positive charges remaining. That's why here positive polarity, developing positive polarity. For example, in nitrobenzene, minus R effect show polarity at ortho and para position. Normally ortho and para position show the polarity easily. Now the next question is distinguish between inductive effect and resonance effect. as you have known already that inductive effect means the inductive effect occur in the polar covalent bond, and polarity induced in the adjacent carbon means single bonded covalent carbon due to presence of influencing group, means more electronegative atom than carbon if attached, so polarity induced, so it is induced to the less to the another molecule to the another atom. If more electronegative atom attached with the alkyl group, so polarity induced from the electronegative atom to the carbon of the alkyl group, so it is known as inductive effect. And depending on the nature that there is a more electronegative atom is attached with the alkyl group or carbon atom, or less electronegative atom attached with the carbon atom, so on the basis of the nature there are two type of inductive effect. One is plus I effect and another is minus I effect, and we can show the this effect plus I effect or minus I effect by the direction of the arrow. In resonance effect is occur only on because of presence of conjugation or conjugated pi electron. There is no single bond. Single bonded effect show inductive effect, and conjugated pi electron especially show resonance effect, which containing pi orbital and which is attached with the bond. And here the polarity is produced because of the conjugated pi bond only. Why? Because the polarity produced in the molecule by the interaction of the conjugated pi bond, and this interaction actually occur between the pi bond and p orbital of the adjacent atom. Here also resonance effect are two type. One is plus R effect and another is minus R effect. It is also depend on the nature of the influencing group. Here the delocalization of pi electron is denoted by using curved arrow. Here simple arrow is used and here curved arrow is used. So this is the distinguish between inductive effect and resonance effect. In the next lecture we will see more question from the other chapter. Thank you so much.